Hey, what's up YouTube? Today I got the new Jordan 3 Rare Air. I'm not usually a 3 guy, but I had to check these out. Hang out with me for a few minutes. I'll talk about Rare Air, show you all around this shoe, show you a few shots on foot. I'll also do a quick lace swap and tell you what I don't like about these shoes. Okay, let's get started.
Girls in a place with the pretty face,
So I've been gone for a minute because honestly, I haven't seen a sneaker in 2025 that really interested me, with the exception of the Jordan 4 Brick by Brick, but I missed out on those. However, I was able to score these and I like them way more than I thought I would. These released on May 30th for the price of $210 and they were surprisingly easy to score. I almost went for a second pair when I saw they were still sitting, but I'm glad I didn't because you could pick these up today for around $160 on StockX, depending on your size. But that's $50 under retail. In hindsight, I should have waited, but that stuff is hard to predict and I didn't want to miss my shot, so I'm still happy I got them. Let's quickly talk about Jordan 3 and specifically Rare Air. For starters, the first Jordan 3 was released in 1988. This was the very first Jordan designed by legendary designer Tinker Hatfield. Almost 40 years later, this silhouette is still fly. That's pretty cool. You're probably wondering what Rare Air means. According to Nike, it's a line of sneakers that draws inspiration from the imperfections and mistakes found on the early Jordan brand samples and prototypes. They incorporated details that were originally considered flawed, such as mismatched logos, messed up embroidery, unconventional materials, and altered designs, transforming these defects into sought-after collectibles. So in a nutshell, Jordan brand is putting out a line of sneakers that celebrates their past mistakes. That sounds about right. Anyway, this isn't the only pair of Rare Air Jordans. They released a pair of Jordan 1s on April 5th for $180. They're dropping a pair of 4s on July 26th and a pair of 11s in October. They're all pretty cool, but from what I could tell, I think these 3s are the best in the pack. Not only for the color blocking, which I think is very clean, but also for one really stupid touch. This mirrored logo on the right heel. I know it's gimmicky and simple marketing, but I don't care. I admit it. I'm a sucker for these types of details, and I continue to fall for Nike's little tricks. I liked it when they added the little SB on the SB4s. I liked when they wrote Bike Air on the Brick by Brick 4s. Again, I know it's stupid, but it makes them feel special, and Jordan Brand knows I'm not the only sucker out there that feels this way. More about this flip logo in a minute. Now, let's take a look at these sneakers. But before I do, please drop a like and please subscribe if you're feeling my content. I don't post a lot, but I like to think I give quality over quantity. Thank you. Let's start with the packaging. I really like this box. If you look close, it's an almost lenticular looking style spot UV pattern that makes up Jordan's face. They used to do this back in the day with the gray boxes. Remember those? Anyway, when you open them up, the first thing you see is the classic Flight logo. Then you have your elephant print tissue paper and each shoe individually wrapped, but it's nothing too crazy. Pulling them out, you could already tell these are a clean pair of 3s despite the choked up laces. I'll loosen those up in a minute. They come laced with this tag in multiple languages talking about the suede. It reads, "Please note, due to the suede characteristics, please be aware there's a potential for color contamination to the upper and bottom unit." I think this is a way for them to cover their butts, just in case color starts bleeding onto the suede. Whatever, I'll be taking that off. There, that's better. Starting at the top, you have a light suede gray tongue with the chili red Jumpman embroidered. Since we're celebrating defects, it would have been funny if they purposely messed up the embroidery. Either way, expect any blue jeans or dyed pants to rub off on this light gray suede. It's guaranteed to happen. The inner part of the tongue is blue. Working your way down, you'll see that these came laced with black laces. They also came with a kind of yellow stained white laces that make no sense to me. I'm not sure if you could tell on camera, but it looks like something my cat peed on, which I'm not feeling. But regardless, I'll swap these in later and you could judge for yourself. Down the eye stay area, you have more gray suede, and the majority of the shoe is covered in soft black tumbled leather. The big difference you'll notice between these and the original 3s is they replaced the iconic elephant print on the heel and toe area with 2 different shades of suede. You have this darker hairy suede around the toe area and a lighter fine gray suede near the heel. It looks good, and it's a lot more low-key than the elephant print, so I'm not mad at this. Working your way to the midsole, you'll see it's black, blue with this vintage-looking white sail color, and obviously your exposed air unit. I don't know what it is, but these small hits of blue on the midsole and ankle collar look really nice to me. They balance out the shoe in a subtle way. Speaking of the ankle collar, it's a mostly black, silky material with those blue nubuck hits around the sides. The blue insole has the Rare Air logo on it, which looks pretty nice, and the heel tab also has that vintage-looking white sail plastic. In person, this heel tab looks like it should glow in the dark, but unfortunately it doesn't. Note to all sneaker makers, we like glow-in-the-dark stuff. You'll notice the heel also comes with this paper tab insert. I was wondering what this little insert is, but I think it's to stop the dyes on the sneaker from bleeding into the transparent heel tab while they're in storage. I could be wrong, but it makes sense. Like most people, I really like the Nike logo on the heel better than the Jumpman. It just looks nicer. But they took it a step further by flipping this chili red logo on the right shoe, and it's really interesting to me. Threes to me have always been very classic and simple, and this colorway is pretty subtle, but mix that with this loud, interesting heel tab, and in my opinion, it's a well thought out balance of color. Moving to the outsole, you have a mostly gray Classic 3 outsole with the Nike logo and a couple of hits of color. I appreciate the gray outsole. It makes these much easier to keep clean. Okay, let's throw these on foot and see how they feel. Alright, on foot, these are as expected. Comfortable and fitting true to size. I'm usually a Jordan 4 or Jordan 6 guy, but if I'm being honest, these are way more comfortable than a pair of 4s. They're also not as busy, and as I get older, I'm starting to appreciate the simplicity of these 3s. These are nice, and the black laces they come with make sense. However, I notice these laces are very linty out of the box. I think it's due to the light gray suede they run them through. Anyway, I promised to swap in the cat pee laces, so let's see how they look. Okay, here they are. While not as bad as I was expecting, I'm not feeling these, and I still like the black laces better. I'll put those back in when I'm done with this video. What do you think? Do you prefer the black or the pee-pee stained laces? Let me know in your comments. Before I end, I will talk about two things I never liked about the Jordan 3. For one, they crease super fast. I know Jordan Brand can release a Jordan 3 that doesn't start creasing immediately, but they won't because they want to sell us more shoes. I get it, but it sucks. I usually add force fields to the toe to slow the creasing, but it doesn't always work. The next thing I don't like about Jordan 3s is real petty, but I don't like that the toe kind of turns up in the front. It's subtle, but take a look. I like my outsole to be a bit more flush with the floor. It's a small detail that bothers me, but I still like them. So in conclusion, and in my opinion, these are one of the most, if not the most, slept on drops so far in 2025. Not just for the flipped logo on the back, but for the materials and the choice of colors. They could have gone all loud and crazy for the sake of being different, but they didn't. They simply made a clean pair of kicks that feel kind of retro. I think as time goes on and less of these become available, they're going to start seeing the appreciation they deserve. Until then, I'm going to finish this video, throw these on foot, and start wearing them. That's my video on the new Jordan 3 Rare Air. Let me know which pair of Rare Air is your favorite in the comments. Also, please like and sub. I would appreciate it and it would really help the channel. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, stay safe everyone. Peace.
Bad girls in a place with the pretty face, itty bitty waist and the fat cake. Let me get a taste. Yeah, we need to get the bottles out the case. Shorty got a body like she caught a case. Out of this world, give us some space. Boss, about to let you set the pace. I wanna get in, you look like a safe.
Straight from the Middle East, lit like a rocket. Give me a bit, I'm a rocket. Feeling like Rocky, fit in my pockets. Bipolar man, humble and cocky. They try to copy, give me the money. I need my greens like it's broccoli. I ain't trying to ball on the budget. Man, I got drip like a hole in the bucket. Pull up with a coupe, they wish they were driving. I'm just trying to get myself to the top. Seeing myself getting top in the parking lot. In the lay in the drop top. Get that money like chop chop. Got your bitch dancing like cha-cha. Got your girl calling me non-stop. She keep calling me dada. She wanna slurp it like pasta. She know I'm a star like she working for NASA. Come to my casa, I'm one hot dog. Shorty be master, busted. Average girls, you know I don't need them. Bad bitches slide in my DM. We gon' party, girl, AM to PM. Haters the bitter, I'm glad I ain't them.
Bad girls in a place with the pretty face, itty bitty waist and the fat cake. Let me get a taste. Yeah, we need to get the bottles out the case. Shorty got a body like she caught a case. Out of this world.